By the way, the name of this episode is a pun.
Fun.
Yes.
I get it.
I can see that.
Get it?
You're going to get it when you see the third boss and the fourth boss. Which, by the way, Fire Dragon, you have not played these games, right?
I've played 6, I think.
The only
and
Touhou
8.
game I've ever played
6
was
and 8.
not really. Well, it is a Touhou game, but it's called Raiden. I'm not sure if you guys heard of it. It's for the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. It's called Raiden Trad.
That's a shoot 'em up. Touhou doesn't define a genre.
Back to what I was saying. Oh, sorry.
It was kind of Touhou-ish.
For those of you who played 8, this episode will give you some nostalgia when we get to the fourth boss, if you have not heard the music. But anyways, what were you saying, Omega?
Yeah, back to the whole that Touhou 8 race thing we're doing though. Like what I remember is like everyone was just playing the game casually. Like some people just flat out game overed and ran out of time. Someone got to Aaron, I think.
That was back when I couldn't play Touhou well.
And I'm the only one who actually got to the secret boss because I was taking so long. Like by the time you guys were on the 4th stage, I was still in the 2nd stage because of all the bonus.
Yeah, I
stuff.
remember that. I think that was the first time I heard about the secret boss, honestly. I thought Aaron was the final boss.
She's in stage A. I went to stage B.
Stage B is really hard. I'm gonna have fun recording that. Because I have to beat her, which is going to be fun. It's almost like an extra stage there.
In Touhou 8, there's like a bonus spell practice thing. Are you gonna play with those?
The problem is I have not unlocked all the last words.
I have a fairly large chunk of them, I think. It's been years since I opened up Touhou 8 though.
I'm debating on whether I should show all the last words, because like if you actually go into practice mode, you can fight characters like Yukari, and it's like it makes the replay value of 8 like super big. Also, if you haven't gotten max power yet, you should now, because all these gain power points.
And speaking of which, why is Yukari even in there, and why are we still talking about Touhou 8 and Touhou 2?
No. Why is Yukari in there? She's wearing blue. I remembered that.
I mean, like, I know she's a playable character, but why do you fight her exactly?
No.
What would have been cool would be just like, you were fighting the other teams. That would have been cool.
Anyways, meet the Stones of Magnus. These are non-talkative boss stones, and I missed.
I get it.
Yeah. You can probably guess what the fourth boss will be. If you get to the top of the screen, that middle stone, that's the main boss, will, like, fire, like, a spread at you. So, be careful on that.
So by getting rid of the other ones and just sitting in the center, for the most part, you're safe.
Yeah, you're supposed to get rid of the other ones before you can continue. And you can only damage it when it's blue, like right now. And now I can't damage it, so I stopped shooting. I hate this pattern. I hate characters that do that specific pattern, where it crosses each other like that. That pattern right there. It's so annoying to get through, and I die a lot usually.
You should not have been dead there. Like, you just moved into that, and if you just stayed where you were, you would have been safe.
Also, you might notice that I bomb whenever I come back. That's just something I do. I don't know why I tend to do that. So I'm gonna try and beat it now. And because I have turbo on, my friend told me that Touhou 6 was the first time that spell card rules were in place. So he said that characters actually just straight up die in the originals.
They
And
sort of
seeing
do.
as how-
Some
Seeing
of
as
them.
how violently that person that stone exploded, I can see it.
Yeah, by the way... like, have any of you ever played a Phoenix Wright game before?
No, I have not.
Yes, I have.
I've played and beaten the first 3.
I've only played the first one.
Now, I want you to give me an honest question. Do you think one of those would be a decent game to just go through? Like, for story value?
If you keep it interesting and you explain how the game works, then yes, it can work. I mean, I've gained about, I want to say 300 or so. I don't know how many subscribers I've earned from Higurashi.
Oh, so that's a game?
There was the background thing that I was talking about.
Yeah,
It's like your mic started getting
yeah.
loud.
Yeah, it's happening.
What happened?
I don't know. Oh, it's gone. Like,
I know.
for a second, your mic just, like, went, like, full-on boom. That's what we were talking about before the recording.
I have no idea what's causing that.
We had that issue in Touhou 1. There were parts I had to mute. Anyways, this stage goes on for a long time. I think you actually have 2 mid-bosses in this stage. And I want to ask something. Are we flying over, like, a bunch of fields, or is Reimu climbing up a building? Because that looks like glass in the background, with
Well,
weird...
you could make an argument for ice.
I don't know. What's with the, like, yellow thing in the middle? I have no
Looks
idea
like a
why
sun.
Zune put that there.
It looks like a sun.
Anyways, I got double lives.
How do you get extra lives in this game? Because you died like so many
Two
times.
ways. Points in the old Touhou games will give you extra lives, and if you find a 1-up card, usually dropped by mid-bosses, that will give you an extra life.
Considering your scores, it's safe to say that's where most of them came from.
Yep. Anyways, get ready for some nostalgia. And I think I pressed Z on this, like on my keyboard, so it doesn't skip.
Well, you're not doing a very good job if we're not getting enough time to fully read it.
It's better than before. Anyways, remember when I said Mima was going to be returning from the last game? Yeah, she's now the main antagonist in this game. She had red hair first. Magician of Red Dreams, Marissa. So this is the first time we're introduced to Marissa Kirasami. Notice anything about the music?
Do you know what I noticed?
Not really.
She's charging at me.
It looks like that little that broom thing looks like a plant, a sunflower shower
Yes,
head.
it actually is, I think. In the original first Touhou games, I think even in Touhou 4, when you fight her again, it's still a plant.
You know, despite my volume being super low, I think I can actually hear the game audio. That's probably me.
Yes, this song was remixed in Touhou 8 as Marissa's theme, Love Colored Magic. Or, it's called Love Colored Master Spark in Touhou 8, and it's a completely new remix of it.
You know what I like? Do you know what I find funny?
That I just died.
No. That in Touhou 8, she actually uses her Master Spark on you and doesn't bother to aim it down the center of the screen.
That's because she did not get her Master Spark until Touhou 4. Well, no. The Master Spark was not introduced until Touhou 4, and
No,
it
I'm
wasn't
talking about
Marissa.
Touhou 8.
Oh, in Touhou 8?
In Touhou 8, she'll use it, but she'll aim it off to the side.
Yeah, I actually got the spell card where she actually just moves it. I got her last work one, and it's really hard.
Oh yeah, and you told us about that little glitch in 15.
Ah!
where
Yeah,
it's, like,
okay.
just spinning around really
I
fast.
did really bad against Marissa here. I almost thought I'd have to re-record the entire run because I did that bad against Marissa during this fight. But in the end, she just violently explodes.
That's cool.
If you continued up to this point, Marissa will say that, oh, well, hold on.